my loves. Let's go ahead, jump right into this reading. Let's see what the messages are that Spirit has here for you on today. Please do keep in mind, y'all, these are general messages. Only take what resonates with you and leave the rest. If you know it's not your reading, that's okay, beloved. Just go check out another reading here on the channel or another reader in general. Also, don't try to force the reading to be about what you think it's about. It's about what I say it's about. All right, let's go ahead, jump right into it, see what the messages are. People be doing a lot. Okay, what are the messages, Spirit? It says, I've been working on my self-love and self-worth. Working on your self-love and self-worth. You are the love of my life in every lifetime. Cute. We both still need more time to heal and grow from it. Feels like that, okay, because they've been working on themselves. They ain't say I've completed the work, okay. Let us see, please, Spirit. If there was any pain caused, I'm sure you still need to heal, okay. What do we have here? We have, I've been dreaming about having a future with you. Yeah, that's coming up a lot, okay. So if it's one thing for sure, two things for certain, this person loves you and they still want a future. They don't want this to be completely done. I want to reach out to you. So they want to keep the lines of communication open so that the two of you can see what the future holds. You know, like they don't want to just leave it alone. Even if they're not ready at this moment in time, doesn't mean they won't be ready down the line. If you're not ready right now, doesn't mean you won't be ready down the line. That's how this person is looking at it. All right, thank you, Spirit. Yeah, we got the Strength card and the Three of Swords. There was definitely some pain caused here, okay? And you're focused on healing. They're focused on healing. Okay, this person could have hurt themselves hurting you or vice versa. Always put yourself whichever side you go. So far, the tarot is syncing up with the 4 cards that we've picked, so I'm not going to go through what I'm seeing in it. I'm going to just wait till I pick the cards. This self-love and self-worth thing could be something that your person has been struggling with since childhood, okay? Or you. Put yourself whichever side you go. Could be a little bit of both, all right? If your parents were extremely hard on you and just expected the best out of you all the time, you know, that could also do that because it makes you feel like you can't make no mistakes. You can't mess up. If you make any mistakes at all, it's like you lose their love or you lose their affection. That's not okay. You get punished. You know, if you do anything that a kid does, it's like you get looked at sideways. Anything like that made you question your worth, made you wonder if, you know, why you weren't valuable enough or important enough for them to just love no matter what. So it puts into question, you know, when other people say, I love you, it's like, do you? Because, you know, mom or dad didn't even, you know what I'm saying? Or something like that. Whew, that was deep. Okay. But yeah, that can be like that sometimes for some people. All right. And until or unless you ever heal from it, it's hard to be in a healthy relationship. All right. So yeah, we have the 5 of Wands, 3 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Pentacles. Wow. Yep. I felt you wanted relationship, you wanted commitment with this person. You wanted to be on the same page, but there was always some sort of conflict, whether this was internal conflict going on with them or conflict from around the two of you. Okay. People that did not agree with the two of you coming together or something like that. Or, like I said, this person just constantly fighting your love off, constantly fighting off your affection. They may have a difficult time connecting with divine feminine energy because of, you know, whatever happened with mom, auntie, grandma, something like that. 5 of Pentacles is blocking things out because you get to a point where you feel like, all right, what's the point? You know, I've tried. It's not working. This person fights me every turn. You know, I want to be on the same page with them, but they're always fighting me. So what's the point? King of Wands could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Does not have to be. Could have it somewhere on their chart. And even if not, then it's just the action. Okay. A person taking action, a person being determined, being an authoritative figure. All right. Somebody that's extremely passionate about who they want, what they're doing, whatever their name is attached to. So they're always going to give their best, put their best foot forward. That's what I feel. I feel like this person is extremely passionate about you. They care about you a lot. And it goes so far beyond that passion that it's now determination. Determination to be better. Not just for themselves, but for you. They want to be better for you. Okay, so that's nice. Let us see. The Chariot. So the Chariot is overcoming obstacles and challenges. Is going the right direction. All right. So this person feels like the two of you coming together is going in the right direction. But you're not going to feel like that if Five of Wands is what you keep being met with. Okay? So that could be why the Chariot is in that position. Because even though at one point you could have felt like that, right now you're struggling to see it that way. If you're being fought off at every turn, it's always some sort of chaos or destruction or some sort of argument between the two of you. Okay? Judgment. I was just about to say I want to reach out to you. They want to call you though. They want to call you. They want forgiveness. Okay? This person could have been really, really hard on themselves. All right? Because of whatever caused you to block them out, whatever caused you to close the door. They could have been extremely hard on themselves. They're like, I really messed this up with this person. But again, I'm not trying to make excuses for this person. I promise you. I'm just feeling like that's what it is. It's them having this internal conflict with just not seeing themselves as worthy of love. And that's finally shifting. It's finally changing. And the reason it's changing is because this person can see that you really love them. So it's making them feel lovable. And now it has them looking themselves in the mirror like, I am pretty awesome, huh? Maybe I have been so hard on myself this whole time. And for what? You know, so they're having an awakening, going through a spiritual rebirth. Keep in mind that something could be fate, something could be destiny, but based on the decisions that we make, our destiny can always shift, it can always change. So if this was meant to come together, but the person keeps fighting you off at every which turn, they may like to move forward, but if you block them out, how are you going to move forward? So it's all about this energy here now. Okay, like, is forgiveness going to happen? Well, Six of Wands is here. Six of Wands is success, it's victory, it's overcoming that Five of Wands. So whatever this person thought, they thought it was over, it's not. It's not the end, okay? It's not quite over yet. You have Temperance. Again, more forgiveness. Healing energy. They want to reconcile, okay? They want reconciliation with their love. Ace of Wands. They are determined to make a way out of what seems like no way. Okay? Nobody wants to be in a relationship or a connection where they're always yelling, fighting, screaming, arguing. Nobody wants that. So if it's that bad, I see why you blocked it out. But if it's something as simple as, this person just not having felt worthy, this person could have felt like you were not lying, but they just didn't feel okay, why me? Why do you love me? Why, you know, it's that type of energy. And it's all because of the lack of worthiness. Them just not knowing who they are, what they deserve, things like that. And it's not a you thing, it's a them thing, but it's because of something that happened years ago. This could be something that Spirit's been trying to get them to work on for years now, you know, to see themselves as worthy, as deserving. Okay? But the person, I mean, it's not like they had an easy time with it. So here's this Tower. It's like something happens that makes this person so uncomfortable. More than likely you blocking them out. That's where now they don't have access to something, or they're not receiving something anymore. And the people around them already weren't giving it to them. So now it's making them wonder, like, is this what I deserve? Do I deserve this? You know, like, I pushed that away and now this is what I'm left with. I deserve companionship. I deserve support. I deserve respect. I deserve somebody that loves me. You know, I deserve that. We all do. Okay, it doesn't matter what your past is, what mistakes you've made, none of that. None of that, none of that. You all deserve that. We all deserve it. Okay? You all deserve health and wealth and happiness. We all deserve that. Okay? So your Ace of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles, yeah, I feel like they're starting to get it. That could be another thing. You know, poverty consciousness. Somebody in their mind just didn't believe that they were worth a certain lifestyle. They didn't believe that they were worth certain love and affection. They didn't believe, you know what I'm saying? So they played the role of their own block. now they want to work on it. They've been working on themselves, and they want to work on this connection. Yeah. The Eight of Pentacles and the Lovers. They've been working on themselves, and now they want to work on this connection. Five of Cups, you know. No more of letting the things from the past dictate what's going to happen in my future. Enough of that. Okay? Yeah, Five of Cups. No more of that. They've been walking around with a really, really heavy heart for a long time. The people that they're supposed to trust, that are supposed to love them, have been envious of them their whole lives. Have done everything to keep them a notch or three beneath, just so they can feel superior. Because when you have a certain light inside of you, it's recognized. You don't even have to open your mouth. And so don't let you be creative. Don't let you be able to sing. Don't let you have some real raw gifts and talents from God. Because they'll do everything in their power to try to stop you, especially if they feel like they don't have none. And you know that saying, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree? Oh, it couldn't be so more accurate than it is, you know. It couldn't be any more accurate, guys. Like, that is so true. The apple does not fall far from the tree at all. Okay? And you'll say, well, I'm nothing like my mother. I'm nothing like my father. And that might be so. But there are some ways, there are some things that you might find yourself having, saying, doing, and be like, oh. And it's because that is programming that has been put into you, and you have to like reprogram yourself. You know, it's like you have to get all of that nasty energy out and put other things in, which a lot of time we can call that reparenting oneself. You know, sometimes parents are not emotionally ready to be parents. That's one thing. And then the other thing is sometimes people are just not mentally ready to be parents. Okay? Physically ready. In no way, shape, form, or fashion ready. Imagine being born to a parent that's not ready in no way to be a parent. But they're going to do it because, well, they got a baby. They don't have no choice. They had a choice, but this is the choice they have. They want to keep it and then put all that energy into that baby. And now that baby becomes that way. And then that baby has to do everything in their power to get that out of them. Feelings of unworthiness and lack of self-love. Okay. Lack of self-respect. Because when you love yourself, you respect yourself, and you don't allow anybody to disrespect you, including but not limited to these parents. You know, no offense, but in the Bible it speaks on that. You know, everybody loves talking about how you're supposed to respect your mother and your father, but nobody talks about the verses where it says don't let anybody mistreat you just because you're young, or although your mother and your father forsake you, God will be there for you. Nobody talks about those. We just want to act like we're just supposed to respect disrespectful people. Or what about the Bible verse that says, you know, be wise enough to correct a fool even if they're older? What about that one? You know, like people like skipping over those things. Acknowledge it all. Okay. So yeah, the Sun card, there you go. When it's a certain energy inside of you, people can sense it. You don't even have to open your mouth. And if they can't stand that energy, or if they feel like it's not inside of them, they'll do everything they can to try to knock it out of you. And by the grace of God, it's still there. Because it's the right energy. They didn't give it to you, so they can't take it from you. My Lord, my Lord. Yeah, the Empress. Okay, exactly. So the Empress is not just divine feminine energy, but it's a mother. It's a mother figure. So this could be their mother who sensed the light inside of them. And some of you could have gone through the same thing. Twins mirror each other. Yesterday, we mentioned something about people pleasing. Okay. And now here we go again. Same energy. So it's like, let's just be clear here on what's going on. All right, that somebody was going above and beyond to try to satisfy their mother, to try to please their mother, to try to make sure that mother was well. And mother is satisfied, and mother is this, and mother is that. But mother did everything in their power to mistreat you and make you feel like crap, and make you seem like you was the problem, and make you seem like, you know, you just ain't want to be nothing, ain't want to do nothing. No. They just didn't have the capacity to be your parent. They just didn't know how to love you right. They just didn't know how to parent you. And that's the truth, okay? And so whether this is for your person or for you, okay? Because it says, I've been working on my self-love and self-work. So this person maybe didn't feel like they were worthy of these things. Well, they're feeling different now. We have the Queen of Cups. Yeah, they're feeling different now. And it's because you love them well. You love them well. You nurture them well. You're pure in thought. You're sincere. You're warm. So you help heal this mother wound that's inside of them, basically. Your mom is, this is what you would think a mom is, right? And as a mother, this is what I just aspire to be every day, right? A mom is there for you, no matter what. A mom can put their feelings aside and be there for you because you need me. I'm here to nurture you, not the other way around. I'm here to care for you, not the other way around. Your mother is your first teacher, not the other way around. But how many people have had to parent their parents? How many people have had to heal themselves and then turn around and show their parents how to heal themselves? And because your parent wasn't the one who figured it out, guess what? 5 of Wands. Now they try to block that too. And then you come in with all this love, all this affection, all this sincerity, all this purity in thought, in heart, in action. This person is like, wow, true, genuine souls really do exist. Their mother like messed them up mentally, made them think that, you know, good women, good people were not out there. For those of you that are mothers, one of the things that your person loves is how you mother. They observe that. They didn't have that. And instead of them being jealous and envious of how you raise your children or how you love on your children, it just makes them feel more safe with you. All right, so we have the 3 of Pentacles, 5 of Wands, and the 5 of Pentacles, the World. Yep, this is like spiritual graduation right here. This is my spiritual graduation card. Okay, on to the next. I've completed that lesson. I've completed that karmic cycle. I'm ready for what's next. Okay, this person is ready for their future. They're going to be successful in all ways. Okay, this person appreciates your mind. You're extremely independent. When they come back, you know, you being in that Queen of Swords, 2 of Swords energy, it's really not going to be surprising for them. Especially for those of them who kind of left you hanging, you know. Like you wanted to work with me, but 5 of Wands, I was fighting you off every chance. So it's not a surprise if this person returns and you're still in the 2 of Swords energy. But they do want a new start. And with the World being an ending, a conclusion, the Fool card is a brand new beginning. Taking a leap of faith into something new, something different, releasing any and all attachments that weighed you down, all of that burden from the heavy-hearted energy, releasing that. Okay. You have the Chariot. Oh, the Emperor. It's divine masculine energy here, the Hermit. Let me see, what is this? The Star. So again, double fate energy here. But again, something being destiny doesn't necessarily mean that it has to go on, because your destiny can change depending on what decisions you make. And that's an everyday thing. It's not just, oh, depending on what decisions you make on Wednesdays. No, every day. Okay? Every day. So they want to move forward with you, but they understand why. Again, you've distanced yourself. All they can do is try. And so that's what they're going to do. You know, it's like I can do my best, which is trying my best. And depending on what happens, we'll go from there. Ace of Pentacles is my engagement ring. All right. So they have hopes of, again, a brand new beginning, something that's stable and secure. But, you know, they understand why you pulled away. 8 of Cups is emotional withdrawal and detachment. 7 of Swords, again, is like deception or, you know, just feeling like someone is up to no good overall. 2 of Cups. They don't want you to think that they ever lied about loving you or ever lied about caring about you, because that's not true. It's just this energy here where They didn't love themselves, so they couldn't love you properly either. Okay, Temperance. That's what I get from it. If I don't love myself, how can I love you? That makes no sense, right? So, Temperance, again, reconciliation, finding that inner peace, inner balance, healing oneself. Again, this is healing. This is taming one's ego. All right, putting that pride aside, being kind and compassionate. Okay, this is love winning at the end of the day. Love always wins. Okay, we have the Tower, the Empress. Yeah, how about you came through and was everything this person needed? Seven of Pentacles. Okay, yeah, it was something that they needed to heal connected to this, so that they could step into their Emperor role. They could not move forward as the Emperor until they were ready to heal whatever this was. I can't properly connect with my Divine Feminine until I heal certain energy within myself connected to Divine Feminine energy. Then once I do that, I can be this Divine Masculine. It makes sense to me. Yeah, your love, the way that you are, loving, nurturing, caring, all that, and being extremely sincere while you do it, is what brought this Tower forth for this person. These are changes that they've been avoiding for so long, because then that means that I have to revisit the past. And who wants to do that? Who wants to touch on a wound that they already got over, so they think? Nobody. Then when they realize, oh, I gotta do that, because it brings balance into my life. It puts me back into the Ten of Cups energy, which is happy-go-lucky. And I'm happy-go-lucky. I can attract that happy energy to me. Now we can have a happy family, you know, that type thing. No more hiding my wounds. I feel like they was hiding it from themselves. They're not doing that anymore. All right, we got the Five of Cups. Yeah, sheesh, you see that? The pain that they were carrying around from karmics. The Lovers. You see that? It's like they, in order to be ready for this, they had to release this that they've been carrying around. Okay? Yep. That they've been carrying around. Ten of Wands. Ace of Swords, 22 on the timestamp. Okay? So it's like being truthful with themselves about what needs to be done. That they're exhausted, they're tired, they're over it already. And they want something better for themselves. So that's what they're going for. The better, the more. Okay? King of Wands, yep. This is them taking that action. Not sitting around waiting. That's for sure. Definitely not sitting around waiting. Okay, Queen of Cups. Oh, the Eight of Wands. Okay, it's the way you speak to them that makes them feel like they can do anything. They feel super restricted in this energy with the karmics, and then they feel unrestricted, or should I say up here, and then they feel like they've been set free here by this lover. Okay, that's how you feel. They've been set free from all that. Now they can move, they can roam, they can be free. Hangman, yeah, they felt stuck. They felt like they were sacrificing themselves for years. They were suffering for years. And now Four of Wands energy comes in. You see, they don't want to let that go. They want to work on themselves so that they can be ready to receive this love in full. Okay, we have new beginnings, intention, and passion ignited desire. Whoa. All right, we have patience needed, timing. Be mindful not to rush or push your agenda at this time. Trust in divine timing and less in instant gratification. Having patience allows everything to unfold as it should. The seeds have been planted, now let them grow. Correct. All right. It says we both still need time. Give it time, okay? Nature therapy, grounded. Your soul loves to connect and be one with nature. A beautiful healing takes place when you ground and center yourself with the earth. Being in nature has a way to restore what has been lost and brings you back to your center. Partnership supports. You are being guided to reach out to form partnerships and alliances to expand your vision and perspective. Take this time to see who comes into your life that is offering to assist with your endeavors. Asking for help often leads to accomplishing your goals more quickly. Okay? Underlying energy here is stuck energy alignment. You have stuck energy that can be caused by holding on to pain or having resistance to let new energy flow in. Get grounded and reconnected to your body once again. So one way that they can do that, or you put yourself whichever side you go again, is by being in nature. Yeah, we have love redefined romance, okay? Cupid has entered your heart and has awakened you to love and romance, but this time on a different vibration. Having a newfound love for yourself has created an opportunity for a new chapter with the possibility of cultivating healthy relationships. Do you see what I'm saying? It's everything we just said in the reading. All right. And what is this? Old conditioning release. It's time to release old conditioning and to step into the new way of being. The old story and past cycles of blame, shame, and guilt need to move out. Take inventory of what no longer resonates and what isn't your burden to carry. Unload what has been weighing you down. There you go. All right, so I pray that this helps you. I know it will. If this was your reading or you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. And if you have not already, go ahead and subscribe. Peace and happy.